level. It just assumes that you've done some Pilates, so you have some familiarity with the phrases we use. Not that you have to be an expert at Pilates or anything that advanced. And I'm going to be using a Pilates ball, a little bit squishy. If you don't have a ball at home, you could use a small pillow, or you could use a roll of paper towels, or even just a towel. I use this ball every time this class meets, so if you're going to do it regularly, I recommend getting a ball. Also, when we're sitting on the floor, which we will be doing, and you want to be able to have your back nice and long, you may want to have an extra pillow or a rolled up mat or a yoga block, something to sit on so you can be up tall so that you can extend your legs and not feel like you're having to slouch. That being said, this is our last class before Thanksgiving. No class next Wednesday afternoon. The Wellness Center is going to close early. So if I forget to tell you later, have a nice Thanksgiving next week. And I'm going to mute you guys all. We're going to start on the floor. So you can adjust your cameras. And we're going to start on our backs today. Okay, so come on down on your back, bring your ball, you put your ball between your thighs, closer to the center of your body than between your knees. Bring your heels in so they line up with your hip bones. Press your arms down into the ground. You feel those triceps engage. And engage your abdominals, feeling that nice long spine with your natural curve. And we're going to go right into some pelvic tilt. So on your inhale, keep that neutral spine. On your exhale, pull your pubic bone up, flattening that lumbar spine. Inhale, go all the way into that anterior tilt, increasing the arch in your low back, tipping your pelvis forward. Exhale, pelvic tilt posterior. Inhale, anterior tilt. So we're just moving that pelvis front and back, limbering up our lumbar spine area. And then find your neutral spine. We're going to squeeze the ball with our inner thighs. Exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. 4 more times. Trying to make sure that you're keeping your spine and your pelvis neutral. No movement there, just squeezing the ball. Squeeze the ball and hold. Push down in your feet. We're going to hinge our hips up into our first bridge. Good. Come back down. Relax your inner thigh. Squeeze the ball and lift. Release the ball to lower. Squeeze the ball to lift. We're hinging those hips and down. So keep moving up and down as you're hinging those hips. We're moving the whole spine in one unit. So you're not having any curving or extending of the spine. Starting to wake up those inner thigh adductor muscles. This one will hold at the top. Good. You're engaging your inner thighs. You're squeezing your glutes, pushing your hips up so your knees, hips, and shoulders are trying to make that straight line. Lift your 10 toes, pushing down in the heels. Flatten your feet. Lift your heels, pushing in the 10 toes. Back and forth. We lift toes. Lift heels. Hips are still up. Lift toes. Lift heels. 2 more. Lift toes. Lift heels. 1 more time. Toes up. And then heels up. And lower down. Lift up your legs to tabletop and take them over to one side for a final twist. Open your arms. Try to keep both shoulders down. Bring those legs up and over to the other side. And then find your legs at tabletop. Knees are over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. Bring those arms back down by your sides, palms down, and actively pushing into the floor. We're going to do that posterior tilt from this position, feeling like you're really exhaling and deepening that abdominal connection. So take an inhale to start. Exhale. Pull the belly down Inhale, release. So even though your knees are moving this time, it's not because your movement is starting with your leg. The movement is starting with your powerhouse or your core or your center. So we exhale, pull it down, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale. Try to relax the back of the neck, keep it long. Good, 4 more times. Add a little squeeze of the ball, inhale, release. Exhale, posterior tilt and squeeze. Inhale, release. We got 2 more. Exhale, your tilt and release. 1 more time, posterior tilt, squeeze the ball and release, drop the feet. Good. We're going to go ahead and find that pelvic tilt with our feet on the floor to flatten that low back. Give a little bit of a squeeze to the ball, not too hard. Lift your spine up into that plank position. Sending your knees over your toes. Good. Squeezing your buttocks. We're pushing down on those arms. We're going to shift your weight into your left leg. Extend that right leg forward. Squeezing the ball. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the foot back down. Shift the weight to the right foot. Extend the left. Squeeze the ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the foot. Lower the hips. Good. I'm going to do that 1 more time. Bend your bridge back up in the air. Feeling like you're balancing on the top of the shoulder blades, not the neck. Lots of space between your chin and your chest. Press into that left foot. Feel your big toe mound, your pinky toe, your heel, your glute fires. Extend that right leg. Squeezing the ball this time. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. 3, 2, 1. Put the foot back down. Lower back down. Last set, lift up into that bridge. Pushing down that right foot and that right glute. Extend the left leg, abs tight. We squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the foot down and lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. I'm going to take those legs to tabletop. Open the arms to the side. Keeping both shoulders down, take the knees over to the right as far as you can without letting that opposite shoulder lift. Squeeze the ball, bring your legs back to the center. Inhale over the other side. Exhale, squeeze the ball back to center. Good. 4 more. Inhale over. Exhale up. Inhale away. Exhale up. 2 more. Inhale over. Exhale up. Feeling like you're pulling back, initiating at your waist. Good. And take the feet down. We're going to go ahead and roll up to sitting. And we're going to do our sitting hundreds today. So taking the ball behind your back at the base of your spine. And if you don't have a ball, that's fine. You can hold onto your legs to start. Let's go ahead and pull your abdominals into the ball and lean back. So you're just compressing that ball or a pillow or whatever you're using just a little bit. So we're not going to do the traditional hundreds. We're going to be pumping our arms nice and long and straight. Inhaling through the nose for 5, exhaling through the mouth for 5. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Good. You're pumping from your shoulders. You're pulling that belly back. So you won't want to feel any bouncing on the ball. Good. Really reaching through the fingers, gluing the fingers together, pumping those arms. We're trying to get warm. Good. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Option, we're going to lift up one leg to tabletop. We're still pumping those arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. An option to change legs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both feet back down. Toe on your toes. Lift your heels. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Stretch out those legs. Good. And I'm going to take a little twist. Arms are out to the side, legs are out straight. Sit up tall. Twist to one side. Good, give it a little poke. Twist to the other side. Give it a little poke. Take that ball back out, put it between your ankles. Squeeze the ball and roll down one vertebra at a time, squeezing that ball. Nice and slow. Good. Bend the knees. Lift the legs up to the sky. Reposition that ball between your ankles if you need to. We're going to go back to the legs going side to side. So legs are straight this time. Inhale and take the legs slightly over to one side. Keep the shoulder down. Squeeze the ball. Exhale back to the middle. Inhale away. Exhale back to the middle. Good. Inhale over. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale over. Exhale back. Good. Now we're going to move the ball front and back. So posterior tilt. Hold the ball towards your face. Pull your belly down. Push the leg slightly away, not so that you extend past neutral. Exhale, pull the legs in. Inhale, push them away. Exhale, pull them in. Inhale, push them away. We got one more. Exhale, pull them in. Inhale, push them away. Drop your legs, take a breath. So we're going to make a figure 8 with our legs. And we're not going to use the ball for this one, so you take the ball away. So take your legs back up to the sky, and we're going to find our Pilates V position. So that means our heels are together, and our toes are apart, and our knees are turned out to like 10 and 2 o'clock. So you're in a little first position. Arms are out to the side. Find your neutral spine. So first, we're going to do that posterior tilt. You're going to pull your belly down. Pubic bone rises, those legs came a little closer to your chest. Squeezing the heels together, take your legs over to the right, push them away, as if you're going around the clock, come to 6 o'clock, stop, pull them back up through the middle, posterior tilt, over to the left, push them down, and pull them back up. So there's our 8. Here we go, we pull up, we're making a figure 8, over to the right and around, exhale up, inhale over to the left and around. Exhale up, inhale to the right and around, keeping it small. Exhale up, over to the left and around. 2 more. Exhale up, inhale right. Exhale up, and inhale left. And hug your knees into your chest. Good. Let's go ahead and bring your head and shoulders up and roll up to sitting. We're going to just find the beginning of the position called rolling like a ball. We're not going to roll on our spine, that's contraindicated, but we're going to find that position. So I want you to put your hands on your shins, pull your toes in as close as you can, and then start to lift your feet off the floor. Then pull your belly in so you're just balancing on your sit bone. Drop your shoulders down, squeeze your elbows into your legs. Good, we're just gonna hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open those legs and just sit up. Then we're gonna take that position more into our V sit. So bring those legs back, and this time take your hands under your legs, pull your belly back into your spine. Lean back a little bit and lift your chin till they're parallel to the floor. Curling your feet like you're a bird on a perch, squeezing your knees together. Just pulling your belly away from your legs. You can reach those arms out. Squeeze the legs together. 5, 4, point the foot. 3, 2, 1, and sit up. Good. All right. So now we're going to do a little bit of rotation. So I want you to be able to sit up nice and straight. So this is where if you have a pillow at home or a block or mat and you want to roll it up so that your hips are a little bit higher. A little bit higher than your legs. That's just going to allow you to sit up taller, and that's what we want to do. So we don't need the ball for this part either. We're going to start, actually we are going to use the ball. So let's take that ball, put it between your thighs, And extend your legs out in front of you. The purpose of the ball here is going to be to make sure that one leg doesn't shift longer than the other, which means that we're moving our hips. So as we move our upper body and we squeeze the ball, it's going to help us keep our heels planted exactly where they are. So don't let them slide front and back. Okay, so squeezing the ball, dorsiflexing the feet, pull the toes back, sit up nice and tall. Take the arms out to the side. Long, strong arms, fingers together. Good. You're going to take an inhale as you twist to one side. Exhale, pump. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, pump. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, pump, pump. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Two more. Feeling that waist moving. And back to the middle. Good, relax. How'd you do with those legs? You still? Okay, good. All right, so now let's go ahead and add some spinal flexion. We're going to take our hands to goal post, sit up nice and tall, squeeze that ball. And we just want to side bend towards one side without lifting the opposite hip. Exhale back to center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale back to center. Good. Inhale over, exhale up. Squeeze the ball to keep you balanced and up. We got two more. Over and up. One more. Over and up. Good. Relax. And then we're going to add our rotation to our spinal lateral flexion. So let's take those elbows out. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to twist to one side. Make sure that we didn't push one foot in front of the other. And now we're going to lean back towards that back elbow. Come back up and face forward. Good. Inhale, twist the other way. Exhale, squeeze the ball as you lean back. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, up. Exhale, center. Last one. Inhale, twist. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, up. Exhale, center, and relax. Good. All right, we're going to do one more while we're sitting here. So this time, take the ball into your hands. I'm going to hold the ball over your head, slightly in front. I want you to reach for the sky so your shoulders come up to your ears. And I want you to pull, keeping your elbows straight, pull your shoulders down so the shoulders come away from your ears. Press those legs nice and long. Now I want you to lift that pelvic floor. All we're going to do is lower the ball. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Good. Inhale, lower, and you get taller. Exhale, lift. Feel your abdominals. Feel your back extensors. Flex those feet. Push the heels down into the ground. Your pelvic floor is engaged. Kind of feel like that vacuum cleaner sucking everything up. Can you get another inch taller? Good. We got one more. And rest. Good. All right. Open up your mats or come back to your mats. We're going to go into some back extension. So this time, the ball that we're using is going right between your shoulder straps. So ladies, you can put it like right where your bra strap is. Bend your knees and lean back on that ball, abs engaged. We're going to take your hands and release them behind your head. So we're going into back extension. So this position that we're in right now, this is as high up as we're coming, okay? We're not going up any higher into any more of a crunch. It's all about extending backwards. So inhale as you extend backwards, open those elbows, let your head go into your hands, feel that big chest stretch, and then exhale, come back where you started. Good. Inhale, we go back. And exhale, come back up where we started. Good. Taking your time here, really feeling that opening of the chest, the pectorals. This is the opposite of sitting, so it's a super important move for us to be opening our front body, since we spend so much of the day closing the front body while we're on our phones or computers or reading. Pretty much everything you do that involves your hands happens in front of your body. So this is an opportunity to open it all up, stretch it all out. Good, one more time. Come up. Good. Now we're going to release our hands. We're going to interlace fingers, release your index fingers, squeeze your palms together and take it to one knee. Good. From here, reach up an inch and back an inch. Up an inch and back an inch. Good. 6 more. Nice and slow. No bouncing. 5, 4. Good. 3, 2, 1. Go to the other side. 6, 5. Good. Relax your neck. Drop your chin. Pull your abs in to lift. Last 3, 2, 1. Hands behind your head and just lie back. We're going to come up and rotate to one side. So come up and twist to one side. Hold it there. Lift the knee of that side towards that elbow. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Foot goes down and extend back. Good. Come up. Rotate to the other side. Lift the knee. Pull the knee towards the elbow. Reach the elbow towards the knee. And put it down. Extend back. Nice. 2 more times. Bringing it up. Pull the belly in. Twist. Knee up. Hold. 3. Open that back elbow. 2, 1. Come down. Last time. Come on up. Twist. Open that back elbow. Hands are behind. Low part of yourself. And release. Down. Sweep those arms around your head and sit up. And then we'll flip over onto our stomach. And you can get rid of that ball. I'll just stretch those abdominals with a little bit of a baby swan, also known as a mini cobra. Stretch your legs out behind you, tops of your feet anchored down into the mat. On your forearms, pull those elbows in, reach your heart forward. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. And feel like you're anchoring your pubic bone down into the mat so that your belly button has a little space underneath it. Good, and then relax down. Nice. Okay, we're gonna work on our swan work first. So we're gonna start off with our arms out to the side, thumbs to the back, to the floor. Anchor your feet down. We're gonna sweep the arms back, reach in for your thighs, lift your chest forward, inhale. Now lift your arms up and around to exhale and come down. Good, again, sweep them back, lift the chest, inhale. Lift the arms up and around, exhale, and come down. 3 more times. Sweep them back, lift the chest, inhale. Up and around, exhale. And again, lift, push that pubic bone down, glutes engaged, up and around. 1 more time, slide them back, grab those legs, lift, up and around. And then we find child's pose, hands underneath your shoulders. Push back, open your knees, big toes together. Take a little stretch. Let's go into some spinal rotations. So come on to your hands and knees in quadruped. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide. And then we're going to take that right hand behind your right ear without shifting your hips. All right, so try it again. Put your hand back down, engage your core, pull your ribs together, and then lift up that right hand without anything else moving. Good. Now we lift that elbow higher to the sky and look up to get this thoracic rotation. Exhale, we bring that elbow down to the other wrist. Good. Inhale, rotating up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. 1 more. Good. Come back down. And then we're going to go into the beginning of a plank. We're going to curl our toes, push into the mat, And just lift your knees right here an inch. Don't straighten them, just lift them. Push the ground away. Good. Pull your belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back down. Let's release the wrists, turn your palms up. Put your fingertips down in front of you on the mat and roll towards the heels of your hands. Rocking back and forth, stretching out those forearms. Good. Let's also do one where we do our palms down, curling your fingers to touch your forearms, put the backs of your hands down, rock front and back. And then we'll do our rotation on the other side. So find your hands and knees, your quadruped position. Again, engage your abs, squeeze your glutes, push your heart forward and find that neutral spine. Push the ground down. Take that left hand behind your ear without moving anything else. Good, now lift that chest and left elbow. Inhale up and exhale, elbow to wrist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, touch. Inhale, lift. Feel those ribs moving. Working in that thoracic spine. 2 more times. 1 more. Find your child's pose. Bring the toes together, knees apart. Pull your hips back. You can make fist over fist and rest your head. Or put your chest and your head all the way down. Okay, we're going to come onto our forearms and our knees. So knees are still under the hips. This time elbows are under the shoulders. I'm going to work a little bit on our scapular retraction and protraction. So I want you to first squeeze your shoulder blades together and let your chest lower towards the mat. You create a kind of chicken wing sticking up behind you. And then push the ground away so your shoulder blades separate. Inhale, sink down, the shoulder blades connect. Exhale, push them apart. Good, so we're not rounding the spine. Your eyes are still on your thumbs, the back of your neck is long. Inhale, sink down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, push away. 1 more time. Inhale, sink down. Exhale, push away. So we're in our neutral scapular or shoulder blade position. You're going to flex that right foot and you're going to lift that knee off the ground. The foot is like you're standing on the ceiling. Good. So from here, we're just going to tap the knee down and press the foot up. The knee stays bent. So tap and lift. You're moving that thigh bone down and up. Good. Continue to push the ground away so we're not sinking into the scapula. You got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Put the knee down. We're going to push up. Don't move your hands. Push up into your hands. Good. So we're going to start to work on our triceps. So keep your hands fluid where they are. Bring your elbows right back down where they were. Good. Rock your body weight forward. Cushion your hands straight. Those arms. Keep your body weight forward. Drop the elbows. Good. Push back up. Elbows hug in. Drop back down. 1 more time. Push back up. Drop back down. And let's use the left leg. Flex the left foot. Bring the knee off the ground. The foot is standing on the ceiling. Also, think about feeling that your body is centered between your 2 arms and between your 2 hips. Don't shift your weight over to the right leg. Tap that left knee down. Push it back up. Good. Down and up. Good. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down and let's take a stretch, back stretch, child's pose. Open your knees, stretch it out. Let's lie all the way back down onto our stomach. I'm going to work on that lower back now. So palm over palm in front, and you can rest your head on your hands and just look down at your hands. And again, feel like you're pushing your pubic bone down so that you feel this lift and length along your abdominals. And I'm going to lift both legs off the ground just a tiny bit and reach them along. Good. And from here, we're going to lift that right leg a little higher than the left. And then we're going to switch. Left leg is higher than the right. And switch and switch. And I want you to lift your eyes, lift your chest, start to kick those legs. Good. Feel like you're pulling your chest forward. You kick those legs for 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze the glutes. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Bend your knees. We should work with those legs side to side. And then we're going to find those frog legs on your stomach. So knees are apart, heels are together, feet are flexed. Knees are wider than your hips. Again, bring those hands underneath you and lift your chest just a tiny bit. Really pushing down in your pubic bone into the floor, squeezing your glutes. Squeeze your heels together and feel your buttock. Pull your heels in, so you don't want them away from you. Pull them all the way in as far in as they'll go. Squeeze them together, and now just try to lift your thighs off the mat. They may not even go, but you get points for trying, and relax. Good. Squeeze the heels, squeeze the glutes, lift, abs tight, and relax. Good. 3 more. Squeeze, lift. Push up, heel come down, and relax. 2 more. Squeeze, lift. Pull your chest forward and down. Last one. Squeeze, lift, and stretch out those legs. Rock your hips side to side. Good. And then we're going to try and get into a position where we can rock our swan. We haven't done this before. Come up onto those forearms. Feet are on the ground. Pull the elbows in. And then I want you to just push up a little bit more so your elbows come off the mat. Good. Now you're going to put your elbows down and you're going to try and lift your legs. And you're just going to start to rock. Push and lift. Push and lift. Good. Keep your abs tight. Keep your glutes tight. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Find your child's pose. Ah, a lot of back extension. And then we're going to come up onto your knees. So if you need to double up your mat with a towel or a cushion under your mat, go ahead and do that. We can use a ball, but it's not necessary. But if you have a ball, go ahead and put it between your legs so we can find that connection of those adductors. And we're going to do what's called thigh stretch. I call it thigh burn. So there's 2 ways to do it with your feet. One way is with your feet plantar flexed like they are with your toenails side down. The other way is dorsiflexed, which gives you a big stretch in those feet. It's actually good. So I'm going to try it this way. If you have foot issues, you probably want to do it with your toenail side down. And you can switch. Okay, so what we're going to do is hold those arms out in front of us. The idea is that this straight line that you've created from your knees, hips, shoulders to ears stays in that line. So if you have a ball, you're squeezing it a little bit, and you're just going to lean back from your knees. So lean back, keeping that belly pulled in, finding that little bit of posterior tilt. Go as far back as you can. Feel those legs, squeeze your butt, and pull yourself back up. Good, relax your arms. Let's do it again. Reach the arms out. You kind of want to feel like you're holding on to somebody across from you. So you're really reaching out as you're leaning back, go, go, go. Squeeze your buttocks. How deep can you go? Hold. Exhale, pull up. Relax those arms. 2 more times. Here we go. Take those arms out. Reach forward with the arms, pull the belly in, squeeze the glutes, lean back, go deeper. Each time we're trying to go a little deeper and pull up. Good. I know. I told you it was a burner. One more time. Last one. Reach the arms forward. Squeeze the glutes. Reach out. Pull the belly into your back. Hold. Pull up. And relax. Have a seat. Oh. We're going to go into our mermaid. And we'll do it without the ball today. So the mermaid position is that you have one leg bent with external rotation. So the knee is pointing away and the shin is coming across your mat. The other back leg, the knee is pointing forward. The shin is lined up with the outside edge of your mat. Okay? So what we're going to do is some side bending. So we'll take the hand closer to the front knee. Slide that a little bit so you're on a diagonal. And from there, instead of continuing to slide, pull your waist back so you're pushing in that arm. We get this nice side angle. Good. Then we're going to come up. You're going to grab that back leg. You're just going to reach for the sky to extend the other side. If this is bothering your hip, you can also extend your leg out to the side. Let's do it again. Inhale over. Push so we get that length. Keep that bottom arm straight. Exhale, come up. Inhale, counter stretch. Exhale, come over. Inhale over. Exhale up. Inhale, reach. Exhale. We're going to add a rotation. So over you go. Good. Now bring that hand down next to your first hand. And try to square your shoulders. And from here, think about you being a mermaid. So drop your head into the water. And then you're going to lift your head. You're going to pull your chest forward. And you're going to look up, kind of peeking out of the water, arching your back. And then push your hands. Exhale, drop your chin, scoop your belly, you're underwater. So inhale, lift your chin, your chest, pull yourself up. Exhale, push away and round into your back. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, push away. And from here, we rotate that top arm back over your ear, side facing where you started. Pull yourself up. Good. Let's switch it to the other side. So front leg is an external hip rotation. Back leg is an internal hip rotation. It's great for your hips to sit this way. You'll probably find one side is a lot tighter, like this is my tight side. My hip is up. There we go. Put that hand down. Push the floor so that you're getting that nice arc in your waist. Release it. Grab that back leg. Lift that arm. Stretch up. Good. Inhale over. Exhale up. Inhale over. Exhale up. All right, this is the one where we're going to add the arm. Inhale over. Take both hands side by side. We've rotated our upper body. Push the floor, drop your chin, scoop your belly. Feel that lengthening in your back. Inhale, lift your head, lift your chest, pull your arms, pull your chest forward. Exhale, push. Scoop your belly, round that lower back. Inhale, pull. Extension. Exhale back. Again, inhale, pull, lift, exhale back. Stay here, rotate front facing, take that arm over your ear, stretch, pull up for that counter stretch, and release, and bring that back leg around to the front. Good. Okay, so we're going to go into a little bit of inner thigh work, and then we're going to finish with some planks. So for this one, I am going to use my ball. If you have a pillow at home or something to get your hips higher than your shoulders, that's what you want to do. So lie on your back. If you have whatever you have, go into your bridge. Put that ball under your sacrum. Make sure it's not filling the space in your lumbar curve. Press your arms down into the floor to support you and stabilize you. and take one leg to tabletop and then the other leg to tabletop. Good. From here, we're going to lift the legs up. And then we're going to open the legs to the side. So flex the feet, open the legs wide in the straddle. Good. Squeeze them back together. Inhale, press them open. Exhale, squeeze them together. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. We've got 4 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. 3. Taking it nice and slow. Pushing those arms down, because not only are they stabilizing us, they're working those triceps. Last one here. Good. Now make a frog, bend your knees so they open, your heels are together. Pull your heels down to your center. Stretch your legs up, and then point your feet and squeeze them back to the ceiling. Bend your knees, flex the feet, pull down, reach up, squeeze up. Good. Pull down, reach out, squeeze up. One more, pull down, reach out, squeeze up. Let's reverse this. Straight legs open to the side. Bend your knees so your toes come together. Press your soles of your feet together and then push your heels up to the ceiling. Good. Open out to the side. Bring your toes together. Toe ball heel. Press your heels to the sky. Good. One more time. Open. Toes first. Press ball of the foot heel. Lift up. Good. Lower those legs in front of you only so far that you feel like you're maintaining that neutral spine. And we're going to finish with legs crossing one on top of the other and switch, switch, switch. Use those arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Abs tight. Last 3, 2, 1. Pull them back up and bring your feet down. Then roll off your ball. And we're going to do our plank as a mountain climber today. So we're going to come into that plank and we're going to be doing a Spider-Man version. So we just opened up those inner thighs. So if you can do a plank on your hands, that's going to be preferred because you're up higher. But if your wrists bother you, you can do it on your forearms. You can also be in a plank on your toes up high, or you can be a plank on your knees. So I'm just going to show you the different versions. If you're up high, we're pulling the knee outside, alternating sides, pulling it outside that upper arm. So you're really going to feel your obliques. Same thing if you're up on the toes, you're pulling it up as far forward as you can. If you're on your forearms, the same thing, it's just that you're not going to be pulling as high. Okay, so we're going to do 3 sets, 15 seconds each. It's just going to go by super fast. Okay, so find a plank, your preference of plank for today. Get ready, 3, 2, 1, here you go. Taking it slow, there's no rush. Pull, exhale, inhale, step back. You only have to do about 6 or 8 in each step. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So we worked for 15 seconds. We're going to rest for 15 seconds. We're going to do second set. Take a big breath. Get ready for your second set. And go. Pull, retract. Pull. Put it back. Good. Keep those bellies pulling up. Push the ground away. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We have one more set of 15 seconds. Last time, ready to go. Set. Last 15 seconds of our workout. Do it like you mean it. Pull that belly up, push the ground away. Use that exhale. Good. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. All right, find your child's pose. Let's take a moment here. We're going to work our way to standing, so roll forward to your hands and knees, curl your toes, lift your hips up and back, pedal your heels down to get those calves stretched out. Press both heels down, push your chest back towards your legs, feel that nice lengthening of your hamstrings. Start to walk your hands back to your feet and bend your knees as soon as your heels start to touch. Rest your belly on your legs, relax your head. Take a big breath in, fill up the rib cage, fill up your back. Let it all go. Arms come out to the side, look forward, inhale, stand up, reach for the sky. Press those arms down. And folks, we are done. Thank you for a great job tonight. Thank you for joining us from home.